Hi, everyone, and welcome to our webinar, Leveraging Cross-Selling with Microsoft Azure for Business Growth. My name is Ilanit, and I'm the VP Marketing of To Be Cloud, and it's our pleasure to have you here today. We're going to start, and I'm going to let everyone who joined. Um, you can share your questions during the webinar in the Q&A on top. If you click, it will open up a chat and you can drop your questions there. You can do that throughout the webinar and we'll have dedicated time for answers from every speaker. Just quickly about us, so To Be Cloud, we are a next-gen MSP, global MSP expert partner, specializing working with tech companies from early stage all the way to unicorns, helping them grow, scale, and optimize their cost on cloud. It's my pleasure to have here today Snir Levi from Microsoft SEMA. He's the ISV Strategic Partnership Lead and a cloud expert, and our very own VP Partnership and Alliances, Yuval Shain, who will follow him. And I'll move the stage and the mic now to Snir. Hi, I'm going to mute myself and close the mic and enjoy.
Thank you very much, Ilanit. It's a pleasure for me to be here today with you and to present the Marketplace initiative and the way to build robust marketplace engines. A little bit about my background. I'm almost 6 years at Microsoft. I started my journey in the Army, Israel Army. And since then, I've been working with a couple of companies. The last one was an ISV, and now I'm helping ISVs to increase revenue through Marketplace and through the engine of Microsoft. As of today, I will share this presentation with you. So today we will discuss about the Marketplace as an engine. Every startup globally is looking for channels in order to increase revenue. To increase revenue and to be profitable is the most important, I think, a pillar in the life cycle of an ISV. Of course, today we are in a position where money is something that we need to create and to bring more revenue to the company that we are working with. So the marketplace and the partnerships engine is one of the main, I think, one of the main pillar that will be in the next couple of years. So I will start with the main question that I think that not everyone is really asking that question anymore, but why to do it? Okay, why the marketplace and why Microsoft as a channel partner is one of the best option to increase revenue and to do geo expansion globally with Microsoft. So I will explain the why. Then we will move to the second question, which is not less important: how we do it, what we need to take with us, what is the toolbox that we already have. And in the how, we will discuss about a couple of pillars, that how we can divide that journey, because it's a journey, into few phases, that each one of them is really important, and this is the fundamental to the next one. So we will discuss about 6 pillars in the next 25 minutes. So why to do it? So in the today's economy situation, we need to do more with less. So we have less people, less budget, but we need to do more. So we need to take advantages of the existing things that we have, that one of them is the cloud. Okay, one of them is Microsoft Cloud. We already using cloud services. We already, most of us, I think all of us, all of the ISVs and all the digital native companies are working with one of the cloud vendors. So when you need to do more with less, you need to be efficient and you need to take advantages of your existing resources. So I will explain what is going on in that area and why now is the most important time to take one step further. So when Gartner is really testing the cloud economy or the cloud forecast or the trends, so we all know that the cloud is really growing fast. 20% increase from year over year and even more. And when I'm saying 20% is 20% from $600 billion. It means that the cloud is growing fast and companies, enterprise cloud companies globally, is closing budget with the cloud. It means that every company globally, let's take FedEx, CVS, Walmart, Walgreens, PepsiCo, Nike, Adidas, each one of the companies that I just mentioned, um, they have a foot in the cloud. When I'm saying a foot in the cloud is a lot of their workload is in the cloud. And what is going on, what is happening right now in that area is that most of the CPOs or CFOs globally understand that they need to close the budget with the cloud vendors. So they are not really looking at the cloud vendors as a cloud hosting. They are looking at the cloud vendors as a budget holder. It means that if a company is working with Microsoft and they are committed to work with Azure with a big amount of budget, they're closing a huge deal with Microsoft for 3, 4, 5 years. Internally in Microsoft, we are calling it a MAC eligibility. It means that they committed to purchase Microsoft services with amount of money. So they are closing a budget. Microsoft did a very smart move, and with this budget, every company that is working with Microsoft, that closing a deal with Microsoft, can purchase third-party applications and ISVs through the marketplace with the same budget. It means that they can purchase third-party solutions through Azure Marketplace with the budget they already committed. So it's really a game changer for the enterprise because the procurement process is decreasing by 30%. They really not need to open a supplier in their system because you are doing the purchase through Microsoft. And of course, you can leverage the relationship with Microsoft. So I will explain in a couple of moments. So we discussed about what is in it for the customer, and I will discuss in a couple of moments what is in it for an ISV, for a startup. So for the customer, we said that he's closing a budget. He can purchase through the marketplace and decrease that budget. It means that if he's purchasing a third-party solution with, let's say $1 million solution cost. So if he already committed to Microsoft with $100 million, so he will decrease the commitment to $99 million. So the budget is really important and the decreasing from the commitment is really important. So what we can see, what I personally see in the market is that enterprise is really committing to more money, to more budget because they're aware of the situation that they can purchase third-party solution through the marketplace. So they are taking into consideration the software that they will purchase, and they are committing to Microsoft with bigger amount. So this is very, very important for the ISVs because eventually This is a great toolbox for you to take advantages in the sales cycle. So we expect in the next couple of months, years, that everything will grow. The marketplace bill revenue of today is $8 billion per year, and we are expecting by 2025 it will reach to $50 billion. So the opportunity is really, really big, and the money is there, the budget is there, and you just need to take advantages of the of that space. So the opportunity of today is not really only for the ISV or for the customer, for the enterprise, is also for partners like To Be Cloud, that hosting that great webinar today. So also partners globally can help ISVs to sell to enterprise through their channel. We are calling it an MPO. It's also something that Microsoft is really working hard, the product group in Israel, and the GA will be soon. So this is something that you need to take advantage also in the planning of the marketplace engine. One of the engine is partners, channel partners, how to work with channel partners, and how to identify which one of them is the relevant for you. So after we describe the why and we summarize it, I will explain the how in couple of moments. And the how is really important because the how is divided into couple of phases, and the phases is really important because it's like a building block. Every building block that you are building is the next step that you can take, but you need to build it in the right way. And this is my experience for my 5 years at Microsoft. This is a presentation that is customized, so please forgive me if it's not that pretty, but it's really delivered the context in the best practice way. So how to do it? First of all, which is the most important pillar, is to discuss internally in your company what is your marketplace strategy. It means that, okay, we would like to work with Microsoft. What we need to do now? How to do it? What is the strategy that we think that we should leverage with Microsoft? And I will explain in a moment. The second pillar is the ideation phase, which is very important because after that phase, we will be able to identify the go-to-market strategy with Microsoft and the better together story, which is very, very important to work because we would like to work with the field globally. I will explain the partnership journey. It means that, okay, we did everything that you mentioned, now what? And then I will explain 3 strategy to increase sales. Okay, so after we discuss about the marketplace strategy and internally, one of the pillars is discovery. We want to understand your business model and the company initiative, where the company is going, what is the KPIs, how many customers you think you would be able to bring to your system in the next year. What is the value proposition and how everything is working? Is it the SaaS? Is it the customer service customer tenant? Your solution will be installed on the customer tenant. Are you working with a regulation? Do you need to protect the data? So it's something that the discovery phase is the most important one in order to understand. So after we are doing a discovery call, you can do it also internally, but I would suggest to reach out to be Cloud or even me or other people that is working in that area. The second thing that we would be able to identify is gaps. and this is very, very important. If your solution is filling a gaps that Microsoft um, is not doing as of today, of course, or any other cloud vendors, this is the whole differentiator. So this is your superpower. So you would be able to understand what is the gap. And I will explain how I worked with many companies. Um, some of the companies we identified the gap, and the gap was um, storage performance, high storage performance to databases. And with that discovery, we would be able to build a better together story with Microsoft, and then we will be able to deliver the story to the field globally in each region in order to increase sales. So this is why gaps is important. The second one is we need to think what is the KPIs of that sellers that is working globally. Some of them our compensation is selling security first party of Microsoft. So if your solution is a SIEM/SOC solution or a solution that is doing something in the cyber arena, so one of the smart integration would be to send some messages to Sentinel, for example, to do smart integration. And then if the customer already has a Sentinel in his tenant, so you can say, okay, we can do a very fast integration, and it will be great for the account executive that working with the customer and for the customer itself. So smart integration is the second pillar. The third pillar is to understand how Microsoft is working. What is the strategy for the next fiscal? I will tell you a secret. We are moving a fiscal year in the few days. So it will be the 1st of July. So sometimes things moving a little bit, and the sales play is a little bit changing. So you need to find the relevant sales play. It means that if your solution is a monitor solution for AVD, okay, so you need to understand what is the KPI for AVD in the next fiscal year. So this is the collaboration one. We need to collaborate with the existing strategy of the cloud vendors. And after we did all this important ideation phase, we would be able to describe the partnership in 1, 2, 3 sentences, even a paragraph that will be described the better together story. And this is very important, because the why to work with your company on top of Azure, why should I do it? So of course, the customer, we discuss about what is in it for him, from the commercial side, from the procurement side, from marketplace side. But if we will find the relevant better together story, so it will be a lot more easier for us to penetrate the market. So this is one example of one of the companies that Microsoft is working with them. Is a company that is located in Israel, unicorn, and you can see that Microsoft is doing a collaboration with BioCatch. Microsoft is really investing a lot in the industries, FSI industries, education, mining, and you can see that FSI cloud is one of the main pillar. So I think that marketing that rely on Microsoft and the partnership is a good marketing. So I can definitely say that this is the North Star for many companies. So after we did the ideation phase, I know that in the beginning the marketplace was in the first phase, but I decided to change it, because after we set expectation and we understand the better together story, collaboration, and we did the discovery phase. Now we need to think about, okay, is that something that we willing to invest on Microsoft and to bet. So we need to talk about investment. It means that who will run and who will manage the relationship with Microsoft. This is not something that you do and it's growing by himself. Okay, this is something that is a channel, and in order to open a channel, we need to invest. We need to invest time and effort in that area. So investment. The second one is local resources. In specific area worldwide, the seller of Microsoft and the seller of the customers is expecting a local sellers, a local resources. I can say mostly in France, I'm getting this feedback, but I'm sure that globally is very important option to have a local reseller or local people that talk in the language, that understand the culture, that working in the same time zone, that know how to move people. So local resources is something that you need to think. If you don't have the local resources that you are owning in the company, so you need to find a relevant reseller that can present your company if a customer is willing to work with you. We need to think about if your solution will be a SaaS or on the customer tenant, which is very, very important for your strategy. I will not elaborate more on that, but it's a very important pillar. The business model is important because it will affect the way that we will publish the solution on the marketplace, and it will affect the margin that you will eventually be able to bring to your partner that will help you to sell more. So this is something that we need to think about in this strategy as well. And of course, the channel partner, it means that what is the profile of the channel partner that is better for you. And the last, not least, of course, but the visualization. It means that the marketplace, as of today, gives you a couple of options to add videos, images, descriptions. Please invest time and effort in order to really think who is your audience that will look at the marketplace page. Who are they? They are a CISO, they are IT people, they are business people. Who will look for your system and who will look for your solution in the marketplace and what they would like to see? What will convince them to purchase your solution? After we discuss about the marketplace strategy and the ideation phase, we need to understand how we can partnership with Microsoft, how we can do it. So the first phase is calling a cross-sell. The second phase is calling IP cross-sell, incentivize plus MAC eligibility. Plus MAC eligibility, we will describe it in a moment. And the third is top tier. I will explain in a moment. So the cross-sell, the first pillar is only a listing of your solution in the marketplace. So it's only a page with description, with images and videos. So it's only a cross-sell. Microsoft tested my solution, but the seller globally are not really incentivized by selling your solution through the marketplace. So it's only a man in the middle, okay? It's only a milestone. The second one, which is IP cross-sell incentivize, this is your North Star at the beginning of the journey. It means that you are a partner of Microsoft. The seller globally is getting incentivized by selling your solution, and the customer can decrement his MAC by purchasing your solution through the marketplace, which is very, very important for all sides. This is the beginning of the partnership with Microsoft. But this is not the best option to be. The best option for an ISV to be is a top tier. It means that a top tier, it's a level of partnership that you are selling couple of transactions through the marketplace, Microsoft Marketplace, and then after you are reaching that level, so the sellers of Microsoft are getting 30% from the deal size for Microsoft, not from you as a partner, of course. And they will report about the incremental in their tenant, and the account executive will get incentivized by that area as well. So why we did it? We did it because our sellers, when you are hiring a salespeople, they want to know about what they are incentivized, and this is their fuel in order to help you. So this is the partnership journey. So we are IP cross-sell incentivized. Now what? We build a partnership with Microsoft. We did all the fundamental. We have a strategy of the marketplace. We invest money, resources, and effort. What we are doing now in order to open the market, how we doing it? So the first thing that we need to think about, who will care from your solution? One too many. Who will be the audience that we are selling to? So if the solution is selling to the retail industry, so the audience that you are looking for internally in Microsoft is a top-down. Microsoft is divided into industry, as I mentioned before. So we would be able to reach out to the industry leader of the retail and to send him some material and to see if he's interested of work with us. If he's showing his interest, so it's a good position for us, because he is really aware of all the customers that working with Microsoft in the retail arena. So this is one of the pillars that calls top-down industry lead. Second pillar is a group sales lead. It means that Microsoft is really divided into ATUs globally, enterprise customers. So it's really important to understand that if an account executive is working with retail customers, so it's more common that you will work with 6, 7 retail customers, because he's really understanding the industry. And this is very important to Microsoft, that he will be a trusted advisor to his customer globally, and not only a seller. He's a smart seller. He can bring them a value. So he's really understanding the retail industry. So he will look also for solution to the retail industry, third-party solution, because the biggest retailer are not really looking for developing every solution. They are really looking for taking something from the shelf and to press the on button. Okay, so this is something that we need to think about of our strategy. The third pillar is education. We started the journey of working together, but no one is really aware of the partnership globally. So we need to educate them. It could be also internally in our groups. It could be industry leads. It could be in every region, to understand who is the group sales lead, who is the industry lead, who is the most important people, to show them our solution. And as I said, it's a journey. We need to work together. We need to collaborate, and we need to do it step by step. The fourth is product groups. If your solution is a unique solution that you think that the product group of Microsoft might like your solution and would like to work with you, so we can also approach to the product group leaders internally in Microsoft and to show them your solution. If it's a good solution and a good scenario, so we will find a creative way to collaborate and to integrate your solution into the Microsoft platform. Segment leads, I discussed. It's the same area of group sales lead, but this is something that also we need to think about. Bottom up. Bottom up is a laser focus account planning. It means that we are doing account planning globally, and we're thinking about what is the next account that we would like to penetrate together. Who is it? Why should work with you? Is it on Azure? That customer has a Mac? So After the account planning, we would be able to reach out to the same people that we reached in the beginning, the group sales lead, if they see interest, so we can work with their customer. But the laser focus, the most important part is that we are really working with the account team, the account executive that is working, that is responsible for Walmart, that is responsible for Walgreens, that is responsible for other customer. We will work with him in order to help his customer to achieve more, to increase revenue, to decrease other resources. So this is something that we will be able to do. The fifth pillar is how to build the channel partner ecosystem, which is very, very important for every company that is trying to grow from X to double X, and every year you need to double your revenue. And with the same people to increase revenue, you will be rely on marketing, and this is hard, or BDRs, or other options. So channel partner can really work with you, and if you will build the fundamental in the best way, they will help you to increase revenue and to get to the second level fast. But the start or the fundamental to work with channel partner is hard, like everything in life. But eventually you need to identify what is your ideal partner profile. Who is it? Are you selling security solution? Okay. Are you selling to the office security solution, or is to Azure security solution? You are rely on you are selling to the IT. What you are looking for, how much margin you are giving to your partner. Not every partner is working with every geo, so you will need to find a partner for each geo, if each region globally. And I can say that 20% of your partner will bring 80% of your revenue eventually. So you need to find the relevant one, and you need to establish a partner program, even a simple one, that everyone will be aware that you did it. You have a partner program. You are ready to onboard the partner and to recruit them. And the last but not least is to help the good one to nurture with you, because the good one will bring you more revenue globally. So I just want to summarize it. We discussed about the why to work with the marketplace and why to work with the cloud vendors, specifically with Microsoft, of course. How to build a robust partnership engine. We discussed about the ideation phase, marketplace strategy, marketing top-down, bottom-up, and channel partners. So if you have any questions, please, this is my email. It was a great time for me to present it. And I think now Yuval Shain will take the lead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Snir. That was great presentation. So hi, everyone. Let me just share the screen and put the deck. Okay. So hi, everyone. My name is Yuval Shain. I'm the VP Global Partnership and Alliances at To Cloud. Just finished my second year at To Cloud, and before that, I worked for 16 years at Microsoft. So I will try today to bring a lot of my personal experience about the way to navigate Microsoft and maximize your growth. I will also try to share a lot of my experience when it's come to digital native customers, startups, ISVs, and SaaS companies that are coming to us and discussing with us about how to build their strategy with Microsoft, what will be the right way, who are the go-to guys inside the organization, how does, how it's built, and how to really find the shared of interest and the motivation of Microsoft Field and Microsoft Channel, so we can co-sell with them. So just before I start, 1 minute about To Be Cloud, because that's very important. We are a top global Microsoft Azure expert MSP. We wake up in the morning with a mission to empower startups and ISVs in their Azure cloud journey. That's what we do, okay? As today we have more than 400 startups, SaaS and ISVs customers in US, in Europe, and in Middle East and Africa. And we help our customers to migrate from other cloud or from on-prem to modernize their environment. We manage the environment, we optimize the environment, and we help them also with cost selling. So we know that a lot of customers are coming to Microsoft and they want to use the power of Microsoft in the enterprise or in the commercial customers. So they're looking for a way to co-sell with Microsoft and to build a marketplace. So this is something that we really love to help with, because they already invested in Azure and they're already running on Microsoft platform. So they definitely would like to use that. So a good example of that is a customer of us called DealHub. That's a company that help businesses to centralize and accelerate their entire sales proposal process, which is include of many pieces. And they are running on Azure. So yeah, we help them to migrate, to modernize, to optimize the cloud, but we also help them to build the marketplace. And that's a stage where like the technology is finished to build the cloud and the cloud is running, they maintaining the cloud, but now the marketing is coming and the business development are coming, and sometimes the sales organization is coming, and they all come together because they want to co-sell with Microsoft and they want to build a marketplace for that. And usually it can take a couple of months, okay, to go through the entire journey. What we did in DealHub, with our help, we helped them to build the entire journey of the marketplace in 1.5 months. So it was very fast. From co-sell ready, which means that they have a solution on the marketplace, published on the marketplace, with some tutorials and video, to transactional offer, which means that when you press on the button, you get the solution either through SaaS or through a VM or through container. There's a lot of ways to get the solution. And then to IP co-sell ready status, which means that they can really start to co-sell with Microsoft, and Microsoft Field is get incentivized on that, and up to the level of MAC eligible, where they can sell to Microsoft Azure consumption commitment customers that committed to certain amount of consumption, and then they can use DealHub as a third party as part of this consumption. So that's one of the things that we are doing with our Azure customers. So I usually during the week I have a couple of conversation about strategy with startups. Some of them are early stages, some of them are more mature, but they are coming to us and they saying, okay, we started to build a marketplace, or we finished to build the marketplace, and we would like to understand how to navigate in Microsoft. And that's where they coming to us, and we starting to ask a question, and I kind of developed some kind of, I don't know if it's a formula, but I see a repeatable pattern that coming in all this conversation that I will try to share it with you. So the way I do the strategy plan conversation with these customers is going through 3 stages. The first stage is trying to analyze your offer. So trying to understand where your offer stand exactly. The second is to show the customer or present to the customer Microsoft structure, okay, or the divisions and the units and the different people, and try to understand their motivation to sell the solution that the customer is bringing. And in the end, we are trying to really build or develop a strategy. Okay, so that's a little vague, but let's go step by step, and I hope that in the end you will understand the pattern. So we start by analyzing your solution, and I divided the solution to three kind of types or tiers. Solution related to infrastructure, horizontal solution, and vertical solution. Vertical solution also usually known as an industry solution, okay? But infrastructure solution are solutions that related to technical infrastructure. They could be cloud enabler solution like FinOps, DevOps solution. They could be specific data manufacturing. They can be migration solution. They can be something that related to the infrastructure. So just an example, a company, for example, with the name of Silk, that really help to migrate a big SQL or Oracle environment to the cloud by accelerating the performance and reducing a lot of storage cost. And it's accelerate the decision making of moving to the cloud. So definitely it's a motivation for people who are focused on cloud migration or people who focus on database to work with them, okay? And solution like VMware, right, that which are help customers to develop hybrid cloud solution together with Microsoft and VMware. So this is like an example of infrastructure solution. Horizontal solution, these are solutions that they usually help business. Okay, they help business with some challenge. Okay, but they not necessarily go to a certain vertical. So they not necessarily tailor to healthcare or finance. They cross vertical solution, but they really help businesses. Okay. So, for example, a customer of our name, It's Mine, develop a ransomware attack solution, okay? And he helped customers, to track the ransomware, to know exactly what kind of data was stolen from the organization. He helped them to develop digital safe to prevent this. And he's not necessarily going to one industry, he's going to a lot of industries, but it's a security, okay? It's a security solution for a lot of industry, or something that we use in Mesh, for example, that really digitize the entire expense process and life cycle within the organization, okay? So they fintech solution, but they're not FSI solution. They're not going to finance, they go to all vertical, and they really help to customers to digitize, to companies to digitize their businesses. So this is an example for horizontal solution. And then we have the vertical or industry solution, which is solution that dedicated to a certain industry like finance, banking, insurance, or healthcare, or retail, or manufacturing, and there are many other industry solutions. Or, for example, Clue Medical, which is a customer of 2B Cloud that develop some collaboration between hospitals that they can share expert doctor between them. So this is very dedicated to healthcare. Or Store AI, another customer of 2B Cloud, which develop a digitizing commerce environment for grocery store and supermarkets. That's a retail solution. Or Augury, which is also a customer of ours, and they have a solution for manufacturing. Okay, so I'm trying to understand exactly where you are here. Are you an infrastructure solution, horizontal solution, or vertical solution? Okay, and then try to ask some question like, who are my sponsor in Microsoft? Okay, what are their motivation? What's motivate them to sell my solution? who are the right partners, okay, channel of Microsoft that I can engage with. If I'm inside a horizontal solution, I will definitely ask, do I have a segment focus? So do I more go to SMB, like small businesses, or do I go to the more mid-level market? Okay, that's very, very important to understand. Do I go to customers of like 10 to 100, or 100 to 1,000, or 1,000 to 5,000? And within the industry, I will definitely try to find the reason that the field will choose me as a prioritized customer to co-sell, because there's a lot of vertical solution that coming to the FSI account executive or the healthcare account executive, and they all want to co-sell with Microsoft. So what is the motivation to sell my solution, or to prioritize my solution with them? So after we understand if we are infrastructure or horizontal or vertical solution, I will go and show them some kind of Microsoft structure, and you know, the structure of Microsoft is different from country to country, from geography to geography. It can even get different from state to state in the US, but like that's kind of it. I try to find like the typical Microsoft structure, which is like usually they have an enterprise commercial segment or division, enterprise commercial division, public sector division, and small and medium customer division. Enterprise commercial will have ATUs, account technical units inside, which will be built like an industry, FSI, healthcare, retail, manufacturing. There are countries where you will find a very big oil and gas or energy. There are countries that the healthcare will be under government, because the healthcare is driven by government and it's not private. So it's changing from geography to geography, but like you have the vertical unit under enterprise commercial and public sector. And under small and medium customer, which is most of the customer, okay, you have the SMB, which is the unmanaged, okay, everyone, okay, and then you have the managed, which is a tier between the enterprise and the public sector to the SMB. It's the mid-market, the top of the tier mid-market. It's also called corporate account, okay? And then you have two units, one of them called STU. This one is doing the pre-sale, okay, and the other one is doing the post-sale. It's calling the CSU, the customer success unit. And the pre-sale and the post-sale naturally are more technical units, okay, where the enterprise, commercial, public sector, and small and medium are more business units, but they also have technical people. Now, within the enterprise commercial, the one role that everybody run after is the account executive. One of the most busiest role in Microsoft, this guy need to sell Azure consumption, security product, productivity product, business application product, to be in charge of the entire build revenue. He's orchestrating between many units, and he also co-selling with third party, definitely when they help him to close his budget, okay? So if you get into the account executive, it's great, but one kind of, I think, mistake that a lot of startups are doing in the beginning, that they are running after the enterprise account executive, and not necessarily they will get the answer, because these guys are very busy, okay? Corporate account are building out of solution specialists. Corporate account is the mid-market segment, and they build out of solution specialists, which divided into ops and infra, data and AI, security, and business application. So it's a one-to-many. They don't manage like one customer or 20 customers. They usually manage hundreds of customers, and they manage them through a technical area. And also the pre-sale team will have a solution specialist around apps and infra, data and AI, security and business application. The CSU will have solution architects, which are also divided around this kind of area. And the SMB, which is not managing customer, he's a partner-led segment. He's working through channel. We'll have more channel manager and program manager, people that managing telcos and distribution and you know the partner ecosystem and the channel ecosystem. So once we understand that, I would like to go and look on how do we connect these together. So let's see some examples. So for example, DealHub, okay, we talked about them in the beginning. We helped them to build a marketplace. They enhancing the entire life cycle of the sale proposal, which is built of many things: legal, NDA, signature, pre-sale team, discount, and so on and so forth. Usually their product are also coming as an extension to CRM products, okay, like Microsoft Dynamics in business application. And mostly they are horizontal, okay? They are not focusing on a certain industry, but they are segment focused. So they most of their customers are mid-market. So the type will be horizontal. The segment will be the SMC, the small medium customers. They will need to find probably their go-to guy is corporate account in Microsoft, the solution specialist in corporate account that is doing the business application, okay? And they also can go to the channel of Microsoft, to the channel that is focusing on Microsoft Dynamics or business application, okay? I'm not saying that this is the only thing that they need to go, but like this will be definitely the focus, okay? So if there are SSP in corporate account in US, for example, that looking to sell Dynamics and they cannot sell Dynamic because they missing this proposal life cycle piece, DealHub can help them to sell Dynamic. And you see, the motivation is not coming from the consumption that DealHub is producing, okay, as part of the solution, but it's coming from promoting another Microsoft product, which is Microsoft Dynamic, okay? Another example, Clue Medical, okay? They are the one that doing a collaboration system for hospitals to share expert doctor between them, okay? So the type is vertical. They go to healthcare, very focused, okay? The segment is the enterprise commercial or the public sector, depending on the geography, because healthcare can sit under enterprise or public sector. They will want to engage with the account executive, okay, in enterprise, commercial, or public sector, and or the STU team that is focused on healthcare, okay? So definitely they will go to healthcare STU or healthcare ATU, okay? And they would like to co-sell with them. And the channel will be healthcare partner, which is mostly advisors, okay? Like EY or KPMG that have healthcare unit and can advise to their customers to using Clue Medical platform, okay? So this is the kind of strategy that we would suggest them to build. And Silk, for example, which is an infrastructure solution, okay, it's accelerates the migration of big SQL or Oracle environment by enhancing the performance and optimizing the cost. Their focus, their segment will probably be enterprise or corporate account because it's a big database environment, but they will want to work with the STU or CSU, the pre-sale unit or the post-sale unit, and they will go to the SSP data and AI. Okay, probably this guy will be the champ in the organization. And the channel will be probably professional service partners that doing a lot of migration, that focus on migration, and they can solve, some issue that prevent the customer to migrate. So this is like, how we build the, who are you? Okay, are you infrastructure, horizontal or vertical? Uh, what what is the Microsoft? How do Microsoft field and motivation look like, and how you can tailor it together to find the right people to co-sell with them. And I also put a link here where you can find the right partner. It's a system that Microsoft have, and it's help you to navigate to the right partner. So if you look for security partner, for example, MSSP, you can find the MSSP in certain territory in France, for example. So that's a very, very useful if you want to co-sell through a partner with a new multi-party private offer, the MPO, for example, or through cloud solution provider. So that's the session, and that's the kind of strategy in a nutshell that we are doing with some of our customer, and we will really happy to help you and to think with you about how to build your strategy if you want. And now I think that we just on time for Q&A. So Ilanit.
Thank you, Yuval, and thank you, Snir. We don't have any questions right now in the Q&A chat, but if anyone has a question, feel free to raise your